Okay, so around the time that I had my JCM 800, I also saw one of these kicking around in the store, and I thought it would be cool to have a smaller practice amp, to play, because the JCM 800 didn't sound good until I had it cranked kind of loud. And just something I can just kind of drag around with me and practice on. So I went and bought one of these. This is the Lead 12, and it's a funny amp because I didn't realize later, you know, until later rather, that this amp would become sort of an iconic Marshall that a lot of people revere. Even this guy that does a lot of YouTube videos, Jonathan Sigaborn, I think that's how you pronounce his name, really loves this amp, and he's real famous for doing YouTube videos on Marshalls. Anyway, um, it was a cool little amp. This one didn't have the one I didn't have any reverb in it, but I remember after a gig one night somewhere in New Hampshire, and we were hanging out at somebody's house after the show, and they had a drum set, and I had this amp with me, and so I tried playing along with this drummer. And it actually could actually hear it, with the drummer. Not super loud over the drummer, obviously, but could just enough volume to hear it with a drummer. So that was kind of cool, but definitely not loud enough to gig with, unless it was maybe mic'd up. So I never did any shows with it, but I kept it for a few years, and it was a fun little amp. And that's that. That's the Marshall Lead 12.